In this video, we are going to discuss about the C# 4.0 feature dynamic keyword. Before discussing about the dynamic keyword, we need to know some details about the programming languages. Basically, programming languages can be considered to be either statically or dynamically typed. Statically typed languages validates the syntax and checks for any errors during compilation of the code. Dynamically typed languages validates the syntax or checks for errors only at runtime. Before C# 4.0, considered as a statically typed language, since all the code written validates at the compile time itself. But after introduction of dynamic keyword in C# 4.0, it became a dynamic typed language. If you created a variable, it will resolve at runtime only. Let's see with some example. Here I am going to declare a variable with object type. With the name of object variable. I am going to assign a string hello. I want to print this length of this string value in my console dot write line. See, it is not coming. Why? Because string it is converting as a reference type of a heap as an object. So object doesn't have any length. If it is a string value assigned also, it will treat as a object variable. So if you want that, you need to convert into string, then you will get length. Coming with same thing we can do with now we will do with dynamic keyword. I am declaring a variable with the dynamic keyword. I am assigning string. Again I am displaying this value into my command line. The one of the drawback of dynamic languages, it won't show any intelligence. We are losing .NET environment features. Sorry, it is throwing away because I am spelling mistake. So it is giving, it is not resolving the value on compile time, but it is resolving value on runtime. Suppose if I assign here null, it will take, it won't bother about what is the value on that, what is the method property on that. It will compile and finally while runtime it will throw error. See this null reference error. The advantage and disadvantage of dynamic keyword is Many times we don't know the object type until the code is executed. Here is dynamic keyword is help us. It is mainly sometimes whenever we working on interoperability components, we don't know what type is coming exactly with us from library. That time it will be definitely useful. Biggest advantage is whenever we are working with this MS Office components via intercop, dynamic keyword will be very useful. Limitations: extension methods cannot be called, and anonymous functions cannot be called. So link support is limited. Uh, Performance wise, it is poor. Why? Because whenever you created a variable with a dynamic keyword, I'll compile time it will store in object, it will convert as an object, then it will resolve from that value. So it will take some process to get actual variable type in C sharp, I mean file runtime. So basically whenever we don't have chance to know the exact type, then only we need to use dynamic keyword. Otherwise we need to avoid this dynamic keyword. Thank you.